We're gonna dive straight into the next match. It is the loser bracket final with 4 amazing players that are gonna battle it out in this match. It is gonna be 2 world champions in the names of Pack, Spam. Then the contenders, we have Bren and Dutchy. 4 amazing players that are gonna fight it out right here. The first map is already ongoing. It is gonna be Havanta. That is gonna be the first map gonna be played in this matchup. The players are starting off right here. As always, the winner bracket, no, actually the loser bracket final will be played in 140 point limit. So instead of the regular 120 point limit that you have in the loser bracket, it is now gonna be 140. So a little bit of a longer match coming up for you guys with 4 rounds on each map. And of course the finalist mode, which means that once you pass the 140 point threshold, you need to win another round to secure that position. First round coming up, and we see Bren that is already finding himself a little far back with multiple 10th behind at this point already. Going through the next section, doesn't really get that all too well, so let's actually have a look at some of the other drivers. This is Pack, the player for Team Gamers Origin from the United Kingdom, right now on first place. Then the 2 Dutchies, Dutchy and Spam, fighting out for that second place as we go through the hairpin. Dutchy getting it a little better than Spam, but Spam going for the inside line didn't really pay off for him. Gets a little bit of a grip loss right there at the exit of that uphill. So it will all come down to the ending right there. Nobody going for the inside line. Pack with that first place will not lose that one unless he messes up the finish line. Spam jumping very low. Oh, and that was an unfortunate ending by Spam. He was jumping a little too low and got thrown all the way back to last place. A clutch round though, with only 0.3 of a distance between first and 4th place. So a great round by all of the players, with Pack being the victorious driver. 10 points for him, Dutchy with 6, Bren with 4, and Spam with 3. Round number 2 coming up. We see Bren already struggling a little bit with that start. Again, we've seen that in the previous round. He made some small errors in the beginning, but now he seems to be coming back strongly with a greatly executed section right there. Goes up to first place temporarily. Will get overtaken by the world champions. Of course, this is a massive pressure situation for Bren and Dutchy. They are facing world champions right now. Spam, of course, winning the world championship in 2012. And has been participating in the grand final 4 times. And then there's Pack that has been participating 3 times in a grand final in the world championship already. So yeah, a lot at stake right here, and we see a lot of mistakes. So the pressure definitely kicking in for the players. The only player that is surviving right now is Spam, the well-known TrackMania streamer right now, holding up the flag for his organization, Diffuse Kids. Will get that first place with ease, clocks in a 111.95. Then there's Dutchy, Bren and Pack, who all 3 struggled a little bit in that round. Pack will get last. I think he even went for the bonus finish, so it will be very tight up front again with a tie for first place. 13 points for Pack and Spam, Dutchy with 12 and Bren with 8. Round number 3 coming up right now. Great start for Dutchy and Pack. Pack with a lot more speed though. Pushes himself up to first place. Dutchy risking it over the inside. Ranstein paid off. Keeps himself up to par with Pack for the moment. Let's have a look at the back. It is Spam right now on last. Trailing Bren through the section. Gets a bit more speed out of this one though. So he's going to come a lot closer again. Bren going a bit wider. Spam with more speed. Now going for the overtake. Will have the upper hand here over Bren with a really risky line over the inside. Ranstein will not get punished for that as we go through the blue part now. This section very tight, of course. No mistakes being made so far. Let's focus on Dutchy. He was actually putting a lot of pressure onto Pack. Dutchy going for the attack on the blue part, but Pack with more speed now going through the hairpin. Does it really well. Pack, of course, really knowing how to drive these maps. Has great time attack times on all of the maps. Oh, Dutchy now going for the inside line. Will it pay off? Sampy Dutchy will actually capitalize from that inside line. No, he won't. Pack will get that first place. Bren on 2nd, Spam on 3rd, and Dutchy has clipped the wall right at the end and drops down all the way back to last place. That was a very unfortunate ending for Dutchy. He had it. But he knew that that angle is going to be very risky. He was trying to, you know, get that shortest possible line, jumping off from the road into the finish block. So Dutchy, unfortunately, not with the most precise jump, hits the wall, and that's how quick it can go in the TrackMania World Championship. Round number 4 coming up. It is still Pack in the lead. Now with 23 points, it has been a back and forth between all of the players. Nobody really sticking out. Everybody making a little bit of a mistake here and there. So that is pretty nice to see that not one of the players is just escaping and making the match very boring to watch. So that is of course very nice to have. Right now, however, very, very close match between all of the players. Dutchy has fallen behind a little bit. But, oh no, ay, Dutchy is lagging out now, and this is probably going to be the end round at this point. We lost Dutchy, technical problems on map 1. We are back with the technical problems, and it is Dutchy this time that is being hit, and that hurts. Because I know for a fact that Dutchy has been complaining a lot yesterday due to the very unfortunate circumstances at the event yesterday. Computers not working out properly with many, many technical difficulties. Then, of course, the whole venue being very cold. A lot of, you know, cold wind blazing through, making it very uncomfortable for the players to drive. Massa told me that everybody was driving in a jacket or in a like warm pullover because it was just way too cold in there. So that is let's say not the best circumstances to compete, and I think Dutchy is not going to be happy about this at all. So next technical difficulty right here, but this time it can't be Dutchy suffering from the timeout because he's playing with keyboard. So the computer can't just shut down because of it's idling. Like, that's not the case here. So I think Dutchy is having a little bit of a different problem right now. We don't know what is going on. Then again, I am here at home. I'm not at the venue. I don't know what is happening with the computers. I don't know what the players are doing right now. I don't know what the organization is planning. But that is very, very unfortunate to see. Many, many problems coming across. Yesterday we also had Tween that, for example, had to change his PC. Then we had Kronos earlier that had to change his PC. Many, many mistakes. Then Dutchy yesterday, I think, had sticky keyboard keys. So many, many mistakes from the organization side, unfortunately. That is, well, unlucky to say the least. So hopefully Dutchy will return shortly without any issues. And then we're gonna commence the match. Dutchy seems to be back on the server. He says go, go. He seems to be ready to kick it off. So let's make it happen. Round number 4. Still, let's go. So with every break like this, I of course like to mention that a break like this can really play a crucial role with the player's mentality. Because many players just like to have the focus, you know, not really get disrupted by any sort of technical difficulty or by any other, you know, influence, outside influence. So a break can be, you know, a good break for some players, but a bad one, a momentum killer for the other players. So let's dive into the last round right here. This is very close between Pack, Dutchy, and Spam. Bren has fallen behind, but Spam now with a mistake clipped the wall right there and drops down all the way back to last place in that very spicy mid-part section. Makes another mistake, so Spam was really trying it really hard to catch back, but not quite enough for him. Let's focus on the battle for the first place. It is Dutchy now that is seemingly recovering very well from those technical difficulties. He is adapting very well to the situation. Pack now going for the inside line. Will it pay off? Pack with a great line. Dutchy with more speed, but Pack should be able to take this one. Will have enough speed. Whoa! Bren actually takes it. Bren snipes both Dutchy and Pack that both didn't have enough speed to pass the jump. They both clipped the edge of the finish block, and Bren will have that smiling face and gets those 10 points. Bren, the sniper, gets the 10 points, goes up to 24 points. Next map is going to be full focus. Let's have a look at the map preview. Alright, there you have it. The map preview made by Pikes. Very good stuff right there. So the warm-up is about to end. We're following Dutchy right now through the last set of jumps. And there he goes. And wow, what a time in the warm-up. 108.06. That is already a great time to kick it off with for Dutchy. He is right now at 21 points. Pack is leading this match right now. 27. Bren, 24. Dutchy, 21. And Spam at 20. The top 4 players spread within 7 points only after map 1. This is very close. So going into the first round, it is Dutchy having the upper hand. So the warm-up seems to be doing very well for him. Seems to be very confident and fast on this track right now. He's on first place. And giving Spam and Pack a tough time to catch up. Pack and Spam both at the same pace, trying to make something happen. Spam goes for a very tight drift. Pack with a lot of exit speed. Pack gets that part incredibly fast. And shoots himself up to first place. Now in front by 0.2 of a second. So that section was incredibly well done by Pack. And he's gone. Bren on second place. Dutchy on third. And Spam on fourth. Spam coming back to Dutchy now. The two Dutchies. The two Dutchmen now fighting it out for that third place. Last corners coming up right here. Want to maintain as much speed as possible as we have this little set of transitions right here. Spam might have a little more speed, but gets a lot of airtime. Will he come closer to Bren and Dutchy? No, it won't be enough. The positions will end just like this. Pack with a great time. 108.04, followed by Bren with a 24, Dutchy with a 30, and Spam with a 33. Great times in round 1 on Full Focus. Next round coming up, it is Pack and Spam going for a slightly different line than Bren. Bren went a little bit tighter, but still ends up with pretty much the same speed. So this is the good thing about these maps. They allow for a lot of different lines, a lot of different line choices, depending on, you know, what you like, what you're comfortable with, depending on your play style. So that is a very good thing to see. Spam right now in the lead, but Bren and Pack coming strong with a lot of speed right here. Going through this right-hander onto the blue part. Very close. 200s between all the 3 players. This is neck and neck right now. Spam on first place. Pack now trying to make something happen together with Bren. They're both getting a little bit of a different exit than Spam. Spam with more speed gets a nice approach to this one and puts himself up to first place temporarily. Let's see if anyone is going to come closer. Bren is on second. Pack made a mistake and Dutchy will capitalize on that. But it will be Spam that takes important 10 points. 107.97. Very good time by Spam right there. The first player to clock in a time under 108. Those times are incredibly fast. To give you a little, you know, spectrum of what times you should expect. 107 is top tier stuff. So Spam going up to third place now. He was on fourth. Now he's up to third with 33 points. Still very close. Round number 3 ongoing. Bren with a good start together with Pack. Spam with that inside line, trying to come back, but has to adjust his line there. That was not very good by Spam. Has to let his countryman pass, but Spam with more speed now over the stretch. So we have a 2v2 situation right here. It is Bren and Pack up front, but Bren making a mistake, so that situation is now destroyed. Bren, I think, clipped the edge of that platform transition right there. So he's going to drop down by a second. Pack now all alone in the lead. He's 0.24 ahead of Dutchy and Spam. The Englishman being chased by the 2 Dutchmen. And I think Pack is not going to lose this one. This is a very big gap. The ending is relatively simple compared to some other maps that we've seen. So I think Pack should be routined enough to not lose this one. Spam will hit the checkpoint, and that is a massive mistake by Spam. Very unnecessary, to say the least. He was going too wide there. So Spam with the DNF will go back to last place again. $50 for Pack, Bren at 40, so 10 points behind. The gap between the players is widening a little bit. It is now 17 points. But this is still very early on. Keep in mind the point limit is 140 for the loser bracket final. So a little bit more of playtime for the players, a lot more time to make something happen, so nothing's lost yet for any of the players. A little mistake right there by Dutchy, not getting the best start this time. Bren in the lead. Pack with a lot of speed. Pack going for the overtake on 2012 World Champion Spam. Still holding strong. Bren, of course, also in dire need of some points, but Pack now with the overtake gets a lot of speed out of that section. Goes up to first place. Let's follow Bren's POV. He's trying to make something happen again. Tries to go for the overtake back in the slipstream of Pack, but both getting pretty much the equal speed. It will all come down to the last turn. Oh, but Pack with a mistake now, and that one is being punished very hard. Back to fourth place he goes. Bren on first. Spam now avoiding the checkpoint. Goes up to second. Dutchy on third. And that is some great times up front. Bren with a .10 and Spam with a 22. Those are some good times again by the players. Alright, we are gonna go on to the next map. The next one is gonna be even odds. Even odds by Scotty. The map is going to be played right now. You saw Spam guiding you through the track, who's also driving in this match right now. He's at 39 points together with Dutchy. So the two Dutch players on the last two positions, both with 39 points. Pack at 53 and Bren coming dangerously close to World Champion Pack. Only 3 points short. So this is absolutely close right now as we dive into round number 1. For the new people out there, there is gonna be a break after this match, so I will probably play a rerun of the previously played matches in case you missed them. But let's actually dive into the first round. We saw Spam actually that made a big mistake, so he's gonna drop down very early on. Pack on first, Dutchy on second, and Bren following a little further behind. He also made a little mistake right there. As you can see, he's also a second behind already. So let's have a look at the battle for first. Dutchy versus Pack. Dutchy, of course, also in dire need of some points. Pack is in the lead in total right now. So Dutchy definitely wants those 10 points. And he has the potential to fight Pack. This section approached very differently by Pack and Dutchy. Pack going super tight while Dutchy is opting for more speed. The hairpin is nullifying the speed basically, so both end up with pretty much the same speed. So unless Pack is not going to make a mistake, it is going to be his round. 112.64 and a 112.68 by Dutchy. Very good round right there by Pack and Dutchy. Bren and Spam following up on the next two positions. Also, for the new players that maybe never watched a TrackMania competitive match, this is the so-called cup mode, where all of the drivers are starting at the same time, and depending on their position at the finish line, they will be granted either 10, 6, 4, or 3 points respectively, depending on your position. And the point limit will be 140. Once the point limit 140 has been reached, the player will unlock a so-called finalist mode, where he needs to win another round to secure his position. So, Spam and Bren this time off to a great start. We see Pack that is falling behind and makes another additional mistake. So, Pack not really off to a great start here whatsoever. Dutchy on third, lurking in the shadows, maybe waiting for a mistake by Spam and Bren. This is a drop down where we have seen a lot of mistakes yesterday in the matches, where players have been misjudging the car's rotation very, very badly. So that section might look a little easier, but it's actually harder than it might look like. Everybody passing it very nicely though. It is Spam that is still holding strong in first place. Bren trying to make something happen, but it's not going to be enough. So, same situation like in the last round. The last jump, unless Spam makes a mistake, it is going to be his round. Bren trying to jump super low, but it won't be enough. The effort won't be rewarded for Bren. He's going to stay at second. Bren with a .60 and Bren with a 66. So, good times up front once again. And Spam will come closer to the leaders. Round number 3 out of 4. Let's follow Bren, who is going a little too tight over that section. Those twisted corners. The car is naturally not having the perfect speed there, so you can easily lose a lot of speed if you oversteer there. This is a little bit what happened to Bren, but he recovers very nicely and comes back, overtakes both Dutch players. Pack is off to an amazing start though. He's a 10th ahead already. He's on a banger of a time right now. Bren on second place. No chance to catch up to world champion Pack right now. Spam on third, jumping onto the platform, no mistakes being made. Dutchy has lost the pace a little bit, lost the contact to the other drivers, so he's on last place right now with 0.39 of a second of a disadvantage towards the leader, who is Pack. Will Spam make something happen at the end? He gets more speed out of that turn. Now the hairpin where actually Bren will go a little too tight, touches the inside wall, and Bren will get punished really badly for that. Goes for the safe finish. Pack will take first, followed by Spam, Dutchy, and Bren. Great time by Pack. 1:12.50, I think the fastest time that we've seen so far in this match. Extends his lead even further. Good for him that Bren took last, so Pack will now be 13 points ahead in total. 76 for him. 63 for Bren. Spam also coming closer once more, together with Dutchy. So very, very close. Round number 4. Here we go. Oh, Bren, what a risky line. Almost tilting over completely. Going really, really harshly onto two wheels. That could have gone badly, but Bren keeping control over his car, stabilizes in time, and keeps himself on the track, which is very good, so he's still in the race. Spam with a great section together with Pack. Pack getting a very, very good angle and very great speed out of the section, so he's going to push himself up to first place. Bren is on second, Spam on third. You saw that Bren was doing a little bit of a side cut. He cut the ramp a little on the side to minimize airtime, causing the right set of tires to fall down a little earlier to grant easier or, well, a better landing. Spam made a mistake now. That is a corner that is very difficult to judge. Spam, the first one that made a mistake so far, so he's going to drop down to last place. Pack on first, gonna take another 10 points here. So Pack is really, really doing good on this map. Oh, and Bren gets a bad landing. He was landing a little too early and clips the edge right there. So that could have gone worse for Bren. Dutchy will capitalize on that, goes up to second place and snipes the 6 points. 86 for Pack, 67 for Bren, 61 for Spam, and Dutchy at 59. Next map, Liberstad. delivers that by Manox. You saw a run by Carl Jr. Of course, a player that has been reaching the winner bracket final already. That is going to be played live on stage at 14 o'clock on the Paris Games Week. Of course, all of the players are at the Paris Games Week event right now. So there's a lot at stake for this TrackMania World Championship. Next map is starting. And here we go on to the next map. Pack is extending his lead further and further. He's at 86 points now, 19 points ahead of second place. So Pack continues to show his dominance and shows that he has the capability of becoming the world champion again and to potentially beat the other big names that are currently sitting, waiting in the winner bracket final. So let's have a look at this round. It is Spam that fell back a little bit, made an initial mistake. He's going to be in last place. Let's follow Bren, who is incredibly close to the checkpoint. I wonder how he survived that. That was like a couple of pixels behind, between the car and the checkpoint. So Bren really risking it for the biscuit, and it paid off. Bren right now in first place. Spam still holding strong. He didn't really lose or gain time, so he is steady with the pace of the other players. Pack is fighting with Dutchy right now. Goes for the inside line on the blue part. Bren didn't get that all too well. And Dutchy clipping the inside of the checkpoint will get passed by his countryman. Spam now up to third place. Bren losing it a little bit there as well. So Pack most likely going to take another first place here. Last corner coming up. You have this little transition over the orange border where you want to maintain the grip. Oh, but Pack actually manages to not finish this round, and he's just sitting there devastated. And he's actually going from hero to zero within a blink of an eye. Pack not getting the finish at all. DNF. Bren sniping again. This is the second snipe by Bren where he was taking advantage from players just not making the finish jump. So Bren will go up to 77 points, and that was incredibly good for him. Crazy, crazy stuff by Pack. He's probably sitting there with a knot like this in front of his computer, so that is a mistake that could have been avoided easily. I think Pack made a similar mistake in a previous match where he played this map already, so maybe a little bit of uncomfortableness with that ending. But yeah, Pack right now on first place once again. Bren on second, followed by Dutchy. Oh, but Pack... I meant Pack, I'm sorry. I should go to bed again. Pack is falling back. Wow, that was a great mistake by me. I love myself. So, Pack is on third right now. Wow, I feel terrible now. Don't lul at me. Lul is a penalty for all of you. Bren is on first. Dutchy on second. Goes very wide. Might get overtaken by Pack, but Pack is actually getting it. And Bren is actually getting the karma back now. Bren is getting the karma back. He is now losing it from first to last. What a back and forth. Top 10 casters' mistakes in 2018. Anyway, next round. Round number 3. Let's take it with a grain of salt and a couple of lulz and move on with the next round. It is Dutchy right now with a pretty good start, followed by Bren and Spam. Pack already with a massive mistake. He's already on last place by a second. So not the greatest of starts for world champion Pack. But then again, we have seen some surprises at the end, so maybe something's gonna happen in that regard. Dutchy with a lot of speed, carrying through the section up to second place. Spam is also in the mix. Goes for a very wide approach. Bren, oh, that was not a great line by Pack at all. By Bren, I mean. Yeah, I should really go sleep. But anyway, very, very close round right here. It is Dutchy, Spam, and Bren within 500s of each other. This is gonna be all decided in the ending. Oh, Dutchy getting a little bump right there on the transition. Doesn't lose too much time, but of course it is not really that nice to have Dutchy with another mistake, and it will be Bren that's gonna take it. First place for Bren, followed by Spam and Pack. And Dutchy is actually having to go for the bonus finish. Only 3 points for Dutchy. It was originally looking pretty good for him, but he's gonna lose it and drops down all the way back to last place. 1 point difference between the two Dutchies. And then there's Pack and Bren, only 6 points apart from each other. This is incredibly close, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody can still take it. Even Spam and Dutchy could come closer again. Point limit is 140, so there's at least going to be one full map being played. Dutchy on first, trying to recover from that little mistake that he's done in the previous round. Pack, however, with more speed, but he has to lift off the accelerator, goes for the inside line, so he's gonna make up for it again. Spam on third, and we have Bren a little behind. He's gonna give us a nice POV, so let's just follow Bren for a little bit there. Maybe some of the players are gonna make a mistake at the end. Let's see if it is gonna happen. Oh, but Bren with another additional mistake. He's really trying to push it now. The effort not really being of any benefit. Pack once again on first place. Dutchy's coming closer together with Spam. The ending will decide it once again, but Dutchy with a very awkward approach. Pack might not have enough speed, just barely makes the jump into the finish block. 112.3 and 112.4. Those are some solid times by Pack and Spam, the two world champions, showing what they're capable of. So we're gonna go into the next map. It is gonna be Pack that broke the 100-point barrier. 106 for him. It is still a long way to go, so Pack shouldn't feel comfortable at all. 12 points out of Bren. Then another 11 points down to Spam and 4 points down to Dutchy. Next map review for Odyssey by Roa.
It's been a while.
A little bit of a hiccup right there. OBS was having a stroke. For whatever reason. I think I hit the wrong hotkey or something. I'm sorry. But anyway. We're just gonna go with Dutchy through the warm-up. It is gonna be Odyssey, so also one of the OG maps that we should all know by now. Guiding us through the last couple of corners. So yeah, as I said, this is still anyone's match to win. But if Spam and Dutchy want to stay in the mix, stay in the business, they need to make something happen. And I think Dutchy and Spam might have a fair chance at getting some nice rounds here. So let's have a look what the players are gonna be putting onto the asphalt right here. Dutchy getting a very, very bad speed exit right there out of that corner. Drops down all the way back to last place. Dutchy not feeling it right now. Already 0.2 behind at this point of the track. Not the greatest of starts for him. And as I said, he wants to get those first or second places. Those positions are really, really valuable, especially in a situation like this. Let's follow Spam. He's fighting it with Bren. Pack once again shining bright on that first place. Goes for a very wide approach, but gets a lot of exit speed as a return. So both lines by Spam and Pack being pretty much equal to each other. Oh, Spam losing the grip on the downhill, and Bren will now profit from that. And also Dutchy is coming back again. Dutchy with a great comeback, to be honest. That was some great stuff by Dutchy coming back from that initial weak start. Pack incredibly wide line, a very bad exit right there. Keeps himself on first place, but this is all going to be decided in the last turn. It is going to be Pack, and Dutchy might actually go for the overtake on Spam, and yes, it will be 6,000s between Dutchy and Spam. This has been a great round, only 1200s between Pack and Spam for first and fourth place. Great round by everyone. So of course everybody knows this map inside out. It is the OG map where everybody has been spending on like 30-40 hours or something at least. So, of course, players are performing well on this one. 116 for Pack, extending his lead now. Bren getting that 100 points as well. Spam at 86 and Dutchy with 83 going into round number 2. Great stuff by Pack once more. Continues to show the domination. He is on another level right now. You can see it in the points, you can see it in the times. Dutchy trying to contest Pack right now, but as I say that, Caster's Curse is kicking in and he makes a massive mistake. Hits a pillar straight up. So it will be between Bren and Spam for that second place. I don't see Pack losing that one unless he makes a mistake in the last section of the track. We saw that he had one of those shaky exits, but he should be able to make good use of it right now. Gets a better exit this time. Nicely done. Bren actually with a great section. Comes closer to Pack, but it won't be enough. The positions will be set in stone as we jump towards the finish line. Pack with an 85, Bren with a 95, and Spam with an 02. Great times again by the top 3. $16 points is the difference between Spam and Bren, and Spam makes a mistake in the very first available wall on this track. That is gonna be devastating for him. He needs those points as urgently as Dutchy, because we are coming closer to the point limit. And now, of course, as I said, the first and second places are gonna be really valuable, and a mistake like that from Spam is not gonna bode well for his psyche. Great exit by Pack. Bren made a mistake there as well, so it is a good opportunity for Dutchy now to take home some good points right there. Going through this section, this time nobody saying hello to those pillars. Very close line by Dutchy. That was a pixel between car and the pillar. That was really big risks being taken there by Dutchy, but he gets a great section. It actually goes up to first place. Pack versus Dutchy at the end of the track. Dutchy going for the inside line. Pack opting for more speed. Gets a better quarter pipe transition. Back to first place he goes, but this is not decided yet. Both risking it over the Randstein. Dutchy with the inside line, but Pack with more speed. Dropping down into the right-hander. Who's going to take it? Dutchy with a bad line, but Pack almost hitting the cactus. Has to lift off the acceleration, but it will barely be enough to keep himself in front of Dutchy. That was trailing him in the last jump. 500s between Pack and Dutchy. Very close round. Pack with another 10-pointer. And he now needs a second or a third place, or even a first place. And he's going to be finalist. So let's see if it's going to be sufficient for him. Pack definitely routined enough to make it happen. So you can almost take it easy. Bren at 109, Spam at 94, and Dutchy at 92. So they're still very far off the point limit that they have to reach. Spam off to a good start this time. He's not letting himself getting intimidated by that early mistake in round 3. This time he's in the lead and he's being chased by his mate, by his ex-teammates. Both, of course, former members of Team Expert that have disbanded a couple months ago. So Dutchy and Spam now actually doing really good. They're almost inside of each other. 6 thousandths of a second at the checkpoint right now between the two Dutch residents. This is incredibly close. It's going to take it, but Spam with the full stop into the checkpoint. He was probably getting put under pressure by Dutchy's presence at that section. It is a very tight one. You have a lot of, you know, possible room for error right there. So Dutchy will take advantage from that, gets the 10 points, and nobody in sight at all. It is Pack that is going to take second. Will get finalist mode on the next map. Spam at least saving 4 points in front of Bren. That was actually very close right there. But yeah, it is not looking good for Spam coming out of this map. So Pack will be finalist as we enter Spectrum. Bren at 112 and Dutchy at 102. So that is gonna be very clutch. Will Pack make it happen? That is gonna be the question. Warm-up supposed to be skipped right here. Wait, never mind. What is happening right now? I'm mildly confused. Okay, so there's gonna be a warm-up. So, time to have a map review. This one is gonna be Spectrum by Nevermind. Alright, and you have actually missed something while I was playing the map preview. It was Spam that has deployed a 120-second break. So, of course, the possibility of every player deploying a break whenever he wants during the match has been taken by Spam. He has taken the opportunity to use this as a warm-up to potentially come back. He is at 98 points, so I think it is a solid choice for Spam to actually use this. And focus back. So let's see if he's gonna come back from the point disadvantage that he's in right now. Pack, of course, being finalist. Bren at 112, Dutchy at 102, and 98 for Spam. So all three are still quite far away from finalist mode. While we have Pack now approaching his first finalist attempt. Will he make it? Of course, he's going to have multiple chances, but a player like Pack, especially considering his performance in this match so far, he can definitely close it out in a comfortable fashion. So let's see, after the break, you can see the interestingly designed timer in the center of the screen. Good luck, have fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. First round on this map. Good start for everyone. Some very, very tight lines by Pack. Puts himself up to first place. And a massive mistake by Dutchy there already. He hit the checkpoint and he's going to lose valuable points right there. Bren is up to par with Pack, but Pack with a lot more exit speed right there. And also Spam is in the mix. So both Bren and Spam could potentially deny Pack the finalist status. Let's see if that's going to be happening. Pack, however, extending his lead further and further. 1500s now. Bren with a very tight line to the inside. Almost hit the wall. Went fully over the Randstein. That could have been punishing. Very bad. But Bren gets lucky right there. Still keeping himself in second place. A great fight for second place. But Pack is just on another level right here. He's coming closer to the last third of the track. There's not really a lot of drifts left. That could possibly go wrong for Gamers Origin Pack, the world champion. Bren now with another mistake, and I think Spam made a mistake as well. So this is gonna be the opportunity of the life. Pack will take the victory, jumping towards the finish line, and Pack will move on in this tournament. Next round coming up, and it is Bren that made an early mistake already. Bren is already down by more than half a second, makes another additional mistake. So it will be decided between Spam and Dutchy for this round. This is incredibly close. There's only 12 points between Bren and Spam, so now that Pack is gone, a player that has basically taken away the 10 pointers from all of the drivers, this could all be very interesting now. Spam extending his lead further and further. Not really too exciting of a match, but Dutchy's actually coming closer now. He got a little more exit speed out of that platform. So he's gonna come a little bit closer. Spam is losing some pace, and Dutchy's actually coming closer. He has been catching up a 0.2 disadvantage, so Spam is really being put under pressure, but Dutchy now getting a very bad ending, and he's barely gonna make the finish jump. Clipped the edge of the finish block, so Spam will take very important 10 points, 112.48. Dutchy, very shaky ending, and Bren, with that mistake, losing some points as well. So now it is 9 points. It is getting closer and closer. Everybody off to a great start this time. Dutchy risking it through the triangle, through the inside of the checkpoint. Everybody making it through without touching it. Of course, that is super precise. You can easily mess it up if you get the turn before that badly. If you don't angle up properly, then it will be almost impossible to actually go through that checkpoint the way they did it in this round. Let's follow Bren for his POV in this round. He is trailing the two Dutch drivers right now. Bren not really keeping up with the pace of Spam and Dutchy right now. Dropping down, and Spam now, Dutchy jumping too far left straight into the checkpoint, and another great opportunity for Spam to perhaps even take that second place sooner or later. Spam still holding strong. He didn't really have the best ending in the previous round, but Bren is not really capitalizing from that. He's not really coming close to the last ending. Will decide it right here. Bren risking it for the biscuit, but it will be Spam that is going to take it with a 110.27. That is some very good stuff by Spam. Gets another 10 points, and Spam is back in business. Bren on second and Dutchy on third, making some mistakes consecutively. .126 and 124. Spam with a great comeback. This map is really good. The break maybe made a difference, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe the break put Spam into a situation where he really wants to make it happen, to fix his mindset, to get that focus back that he was maybe missing in the previous maps. So Spam once again on first place, and he's really doing good. Dutchy on second place, Bren on third. Bren with a mistake, and I think he's really trying to risk it right here to keep up with the great pace that Spam and Dutchy are showing in this round. Especially Spam is performing out of his mind on this map right now, so he could be on his way to get his score up to 134 points entering the next map, which could be the last one of this match. Dutchy with another mistake, and this is the pressure, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pressure, because this is do or die. This is only one slot left, and Spam seems to be handling the pressure the best. 2012 world champion Spam is handling the pressure like it was nothing. Last turn coming up. Diffuse Kid Spam up to 134 points. Great time again. 112.28. Showing what he got when it matters. Great comeback. Showing that he is not getting, getting pushed back by failure. Great stuff by Spam. Going up to second place. 134. So now Hervanta will probably be the last one of this match. Only second place will move on in the tournament. The bottom two will get eliminated. No warm-up. This is gonna be incredibly close. Spam needs first or second place, and he's gonna be finalist. Bren needs first, and he's gonna be finalist. So if Bren takes first and Spam takes second, it will be double finalist. Dutchy has no saying right now. He can deny points, but he cannot deny any, big points at least. So let's see what's gonna happen. Round number 1. Dutchy with a great start through this S-turn combination. Bren now risking it, and he loses the grip as he drives over the Randstein on the left side. Bren out. So it will be Spam versus Dutchy, the two Netherlands guys. Will Dutchy deny it? I mean, there's not much he can deny because Spam, the second place would be enough, but Dutchy of course wants the 10 points. He wants to take the 10 points and come closer to Bren. And right now it is actually looking very good. So Spam could save it right here. And he does it. Like you can see, the lines from Spam are actually incredibly safe right there. So Dutchy will take the 10 points. And Spam will be finalist. coming up into the next round. Spam reaches the 140 points, so finalist mode, meaning he needs to take first place just one more time. Will Spam make it happen in his first finalist attempt? Bren only needs to finish now, and he's gonna be finalist as well. So Spam shouldn't feel comfortable at all. Oh, and a massive mistake by Dutchy. It will all come down to Bren and Spam. Bren with the better start, but this doesn't mean anything. Dutchy already 2 seconds behind. He's gonna be out of it completely. 2.6 seconds. He continues to lose time. Bren with a great start. Spam on second place. Going through this right-hander where we have seen a lot of mistakes. Bren really risking it right there. Going super close to the walls. Bren still holding strong with Spam, who is definitely on fire. Who wants it? Who wants to beat Bren right now? Going over the blue part, the right-hander. Spam doing it really nicely. He can handle the pressure as well as Bren does right now. Bren extending his lead though. Bren is doing very, very nicely right now. Spam not really taking advantage from it, and he makes a mistake. Spam making a mistake on the left side of the wall, goes too tight, and this is the chance for Bren to become finalist as well. Just a tiny little clip on the inside was enough to ruin Spam's finalist attempt, and it will come down to maybe the last try. Right here. Bren finishes 111.90. That is a good time. So it will be double finalist. Bren versus Spam. Who's gonna take it? Dutchy at 133. If he wins the upcoming map, it's gonna be a 3-way finalist mode. Will Dutchy join Spam and Bren for the finalist mode and make it happen for the final decisive round in this match? This can't get any closer. Bren, with a bad start, finds himself on last place, but gets a lot of speed, so it was just a little bit of a different line. So Bren's still in the mix right there, together with Dutchy and Spam. Dutchy on first right now as we go through the section once more. Maybe once and for all. Bren really risking it once more again. Opts for a lot of speed this time. He's not touching the wall. Spam with low speed. Bren is coming closer. Dutchy doing really good in this round. Bren risking it over the Randstein. Lost some speed there though, so let's actually have a look at Spam. Bren is a little too far behind right now. Spam is trying to come closer to Dutchy, but Dutchy gets a lot of speed out of this section. Will Dutchy actually make it happen? Dutchy, as I said, if he takes first place, he is gonna do a join up to finalist status as well. Risks it over the underground section and actually does not get the slowdown. Bren coming closer to Spam, but gets the slide over the hill. Dutchy 0.21 ahead. Last turn coming up. Spam obviously going for the inside line. Bren coming closer with more speed, but it will be Dutchy. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. TrackMania World Championship. And we have a triple finalist mode in the loser bracket final. Dutchy, Bren, and Spam. This is do or die right now. It is all or nothing. It is all coming down to this final round. Everything will be decided here. The pressure is higher than ever before. Spam with a great start. Dutchy as well. Sweaty fingers for everyone. Heartbeat at 1000 beats per second right now. Great stuff from Spam, going up to first place. Let's have a look at Bren, who's already a 10th behind. Dutchy going really close to the border. Bren risking it for the biscuit. Gets a lot of speed out of this section and comes back again. Bren back in the business. Spam not with the best speed. Dutchy coming stronger again. This is neck and neck. Spam over the Randstein. Bren over the Randstein. Now to the right side. Nobody losing some time there. Spam with an incredibly risky line. Bren hitting the wall and he's out. Dutchy now against Spam. Will Spam take it home right here? He is 900s behind, ahead I mean, and now it will all come down to the last couple of corners. The hairpin is coming up right here. Spam getting it nicely. Dutchy risking it right there. Spam with a great line. Gets a lot of speed out of this one. The last corner will decide it. Spam can actually go for the outside line. Dutchy going over the bubble. Dutchy with the inside line. Will he risk it right there? Dutchy with low speed. Spam with a good angle. Spam will jump and Spam will make it. GG. Spam survives again in this triple finalist, the most clutch situation that could ever happen, and Spam will show that he can do it. 2012 World Champion, showing what he got, and knocks out Bren and Dutchy out of the World Championship.